think one of the ways I really wanted to support the NAF was just so that I could support Social Work England. They were, regulator in those sort of 6 months of sort of developing those sort of forums for coordination, collaboration, engagement. That was something I felt really sort of passionate about, and I wanted to be that critical friend, that sort of advice and challenge and support in all of those areas of practice, really. So for me, one of my key values is relationships, partnerships, collaboration anyway. So I've taught that, I've practiced it, I research it. So for me, it felt like a really important step and something to be involved in. So I'm one of 15 members in the NAF, I think, and it's just such a diverse group of people. People have lived experience, learned experience, students, social workers, managers. So there's a real richness to the experience that everybody can bring, and we feel really valued, respected, listened to, heard by Social Work England. This is something that's very genuine in terms of how they're engaging with us. So it feels like the part of the NAF, or sort of the remit of Social Work England in terms of raising standards, engaging, co-production. This is a key way of doing this. So and I've loved being part of it very much so. It's been really exciting to have been a part of actually looking at who were going to be the collaborators in the week, who had expressed an interest in presenting, running a workshop, a seminar, a film, keynote speakers. We've got students from our own university, Diana and Omar, who I think their session is student activism. So it's really exciting, their work they've done with us on decolonising the curriculum, thinking about anti-racist practice. So exciting to have them part of that too. So yeah, I think everybody, it feels like all voices are represented in that week. It's really exciting to have been a part of it, and the NAF were very much involved in sort of initial thinking, planning, designing, developing the whole process, really, all the way through. So it's been really exciting to have been part of that. I'm particularly excited not just about the student session, but the West Midlands Teaching Partnership has a session as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So I've managed to get myself supporting in the background a number of the different sessions so that I can be there, and I don't want to steal a ticket from anybody else. But I think the session I'm looking forward to the most is the Women in Leadership session on the Monday. Just, again, something really close to my heart. Can't wait to hear the speakers for that session too. And when we were talking about the week, we talked about how to begin it and how to end it. So there's so many things each day that we'll think about: how to connect, how to engage, how to learn with each other, from each other, how to reflect on practice, how to share practice with each other. So it feels like it's going to be, every day is absolutely not overly full, but just got such a great range of things. And I think because it's a week, I know that's a real challenge, isn't it? It's not a one-day conference or 2 days, but it's an entire week, and they start early in the morning and they go on sort of up to the early evening. And I think filling a week has been so easy. The number of contributors that wanted to get involved, the diversity and richness of each of the sessions. So I think people can come along to a session, look at the programme, think that was amazing, I want to come to another one, dip in and out through the week according to their availability. Lots of the sessions are going to be recorded because I think people want to go back and have a look afterwards. And I was hearing today that the reflective practice sessions are those that have been the most popular early on, and I think people are very passionate about that, I think, in their practice anyway, but much more so at the moment. And how else do we learn? How else do we change? How else do things become different in future? That we pause and take stock and reflect. So I think one of the phrases we talked about earlier on was celebrating social work. That's what this week is in all of its forms. Whatever you do, whoever you are, however you connect, this is a real chance for people to get to hear more of the work of each other. And of course, really exciting that Social Work England is leading this. I think that feels a key thing for me. I think people have felt really isolated. People haven't had the chances to connect as they might have done in other ways. And just seeing all the hard work behind the scenes that's going on to make sure these events work really well, the thoughtfulness, the sensitivity to all those areas of practice, to different events, is going to be so important. I think one of the themes is thinking about what next for social work. And it's also difficult as an academic to think about what will the next 6 months, year, 12 months, 2 years hold. actually, is it always going to be like this? I hope not. But it's important that we make the most of that and we think, what does it mean? What's next for social work? How should social work look? How should we engage with those that receive services in that particular way? And I think social work is always got to be representative of the communities that they serve. So as practitioners, that's what we want to be too. So I think this event feels really very much like that. There's something for everyone. It's just been so popular beyond, I think, my imagination from the beginning in terms of people connecting and booking, and every estimate seems to have been blown out of the water a bit. So I think I'm just so excited to see what the week looks like at the end. It's going to be a real fun time, as well as a time to stop and reflect back as well on those important things, I think.